woke up, slept on me, trying to eat with vultures. Y'all look frail, let me feed the culture. Can't get full of the lead and coke, huh? Still sober? Y'all OD, follow me. Where the rain follow me, king. Yeah, I know the king, Martin Luther King. You ain't really gonna throne, boy, you in a dream. Wake up, y'all don't want it. Down to the white, I better put Marlo on it. And let's soon Chico Milo, homie. And if I'm scared, I guess I don't know it. Cause I'm still going still right where the heat at. And where I ain't supposed to be, that's where I be at. And I spit that, sit back, listen to the truth while the sky crack and the Lord gets back. Or somebody wants some get back and they click clack, leave you been back, looking at this intact. Never left, but I've been back, cross on my bit neck, and I don't rap gospel, I live that. But I'm nothing but a gimmick. You see me in a club, funny, you was in it. Skip a cosign, shout out to the homie Kendrick. And all I hear is crickets when I run into the critics. Oh well, show tells me a lot when they tell me to rock. Keep my eyebrows raised, smell what I'm cooking. And the sales may drop, yeah, the mail may stop, but they ask for the truth, yeah, I'm a dork. They like, how you do that now? Sound kinda nice, boy, who that down? It's everything real good, true and fair. But you probably wouldn't listen if you knew that down. If you knew that down.
Yeah, who would've thought I stepped inside this strange station? Then get hit with some inspiration. It's amazing. The most beautiful pieces of art come from the ugliest situations. So I praise and rejoicing in my suffering, cause I know he's got a masterpiece in the making. And I ain't scared of death nor Satan. God, what I know, this you like to fix things with them tools that are broken. So when them dark nights of the soul, I know enough to know to trust you with what I done.
Alright, bad days, I suppose. Too much for me to remember. Then nothing. You made something.
It's the greatest.
It's for all my folks who got legal jobs. You beat the odds, you feel me?
We ain't supposed to be here, never thought we'd see it. Now we living proof, tell the world to believe it. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Black and Body Coach, your boy Shadow Goes. Keep your hands up, keep your chin tucked. This is a special live today. God bless everybody out there. Salute to my small amount of followers that follow me and are always here faithfully. I appreciate y'all because today, oh yes, today we are firing back. Oh yes. Today, let me start off by saying that, for the past couple of, I'd say since Saturday happened, I admit I am with the part of the people that was like, I felt bad. I really did. I felt like it was a black eye to the sport. But at the end of the day, it's boxing over here. It's boxing over here. And these dudes in the MMA community got the audacity to actually think this is going to happen. Okay. We are going to run through these fights. We are going to run through them because I don't know about you, but for some reason, I really think these MMA people don't really know what the hell they're watching. I really don't. Let me start off by saying I appreciate the MMA. Anybody that steps in the octagon or whatever, it is what it is. I watch MMA. You see, the problem with MMA, I don't know about you, but if you go to an MMA channel and you try to be respectful and say, hey, I watch MMA, and you mention boxing, they start trashing boxing. 98% of them trash boxing. Even if you try to be respectful. Trust me, I've been there. I can name you a couple of channels right now. The Weasel, MMA Girl, Chael Sonnen, Ariel Hawani, that traitor Teddy Atlas. Yes, Teddy, you a traitor, bro. All you do is shit on boxing. All you do is hate on Canelo. That's it. The sport that made you, you now trash. So I don't really watch him that much. I'm telling you what I see. So we're gonna run through. We're gonna run through every one of these fights that these guys are saying that they think is actually possible. So just to recap, for the small amount of people that's probably didn't know what happened, we all know what happened on Saturday. Okay, Saturday, it was embarrassing. We saw the Tyson Fury get knocked down. Very, very, very close fight. Okay, it is what it is. I agree. I am with most of the group that felt like it was embarrassing and a black eye to the sport. I do. I really do. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure. I need to really make sure that I am actually. I forgot to do my normal. Let me check if I'm actually the sound is on. Because let me make sure the sound is on. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Perfect. We can go straight into it. So number one, let's go into. I want to make it clear. They think that these 3 fights are going to happen. So with further ado, I'm going to go through every single fight that these guys want to make it happen. And I'm going to do it I'm going to do it with respect. So the first fight these people want to see. Everybody give it up for Sugar Sean O'Malley. Yes, Sugar Sean O'Malley. The champ. I think he's the bantamweight champion, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Now, out of all 3 fighters that they want to see in these fights, I give it to Sugar's probably the most efficient striker. Okay, so out of all these 3 guys, I actually give him the best puncher's chance. But you know what the problem is? By the way, I am going through the 3 fights that these communities are calling for. Because thanks to Tyson Fury, they really think that these guys can come over here and do that to these champions in our sport. So there's 3 fights. So we're going to go through them. We're going to go through them right now. I'm going to go through every single one right now. These are the 3 fights, starting with the opening fight. If this was a pay-per-view, it is Sugar Sean O'Malley. Give it up for him, the bantamweight champion of the world, smoking a blunt right there. There he goes with the pink hair right there. There he goes with the pink wig right there. And like I said, I give him nothing but respect. He is probably the most efficient striker out of all of them. There's only one problem. They think he can beat this man. They think he could beat Gervonta Tank Davis. And you want to know how I know you don't know what you're talking about, Sean? I'm going to tell you how I know that you don't know what you're talking about. Sugar Sean O'Malley was on his podcast and said, Tank is 5'1", 5'2". He a midget. That's how I know you don't know Gervonta Tank Davis. You saying the same thing Rolly said. You saying the same thing Ryan said. Fuck around and find out. Come over here and fight Tank and see what happens. Let's see if it's an exhibition. 9 rounds. You're not leaving that fight on your feet. You're not leaving your fight. You're leaving on your back. That is facts. I don't care. I do not bet money. I am not a gambling man. I feel like gambling is an addiction. But I will bet any one of these guys when these fights happen. All you MMA guys out there, MMA Girl, Weasel, Chael Sonnen, Trader Teddy Atlas, all you guys that think that these guys can come over here and disrespect these champions, it ain't gonna happen. And whatever money that we bet, that's the money that you're paying me. Ain't no way this man is gonna come into boxing and knock out this man. The drugs is strong. The drugs is really strong. But anyway, that's the opener. Okay, so shout out to Tycho TV. Shout out to everybody that usually comes here. A small amount of people that come here. Yes, exactly, bro. He's gonna sleep him. These are the fights that they actually think that is gonna happen. They actually believe that these guys can beat these guys. So after after Sugar Sean O'Malley goes to sleep, we're gonna go into the co-main event. Oh, HLD, thanks for being here. In case you just came in, let me just recap it real quick. The MMA community is becoming super, super disrespectful. This is what they want to see. This is what they're saying now. Thanks to Tyson Fury, thanks to the embarrassment in boxing, this is what they think is going to happen. This is what the MMA community think is going to happen. Look at this picture. Get the okay, bro. Okay. All right. So the first fight, like I said, this man gets slept by this man. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I don't care what money you want to put down. I'm putting it down. That man will not walk out on his feet against Gervonta Tank Davis. It's not happening. It's not happening. But nonetheless, I give respect to them. Let's go to the co-main event. The co-main event, everybody. Max Blessed Holloway. Give it up for Max Blessed Holloway, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Max Blessed Holloway. I mean, he's one of the best strikers. He even said that he thinks that he is the best boxer in the UFC. That came out of his mouth. He's the best boxer in the UFC, so I give him nothing but credit. The man is a legend in his sport. There's just one problem. There's just one problem with this too. They think this man can beat this man. Oh shit. Let me laugh real quick. That's okay, bro. Listen, Max, bro. Max, let me tell you something, bro. You a good fighter, man. You a good fighter. You do not know this man, bro. You do not want to see that man, bro. You don't want. Let me tell you what's going to happen in that fight. Let's say it's 8 rounds. It ain't going past 6. And I say that respectfully because of Crawford. Because Crawford's going to take, no matter who Crawford fights, he ain't going to be like Tyson Fury. He's not going to overlook you. He don't care. He's going to come prepared. He's a gym rat. He's gonna the first 2 rounds, he's gonna watch how your feet are moving, how you're throwing punches, how you're parrying, how you're blocking. He's gonna do all that. And once he figures you out, oh, and by the way, while that's happening, Max, he's gonna be deciding whether he should fight orthodox or southpaw because he's ambidextrous. I think that's the word. He could do it all. You know what I mean? But once he figures out what he wants to do with you, your fate is sealed. Now, if you start landing punches early, Here goes the kicker to that. If you land punches on Crawford, all you do is piss him off. You turn on that dog switch. So what y'all think? Y'all really think Max Holloway is gonna beat Crawford? Thanks a lot, Tyson Fury. Thanks a lot. But you know what? Some good can come out of this. I pray these fights happen. I pray these fights happen. I swear to you, I will buy the pay-per-view. I will support the pay-per-view. And I just want to I hope there's like a live with like a split screen and have MMA here and boxing over here. Because even though boxing, it was embarrassing what happened, it's boxing all day over here. Y'all want to get petty with your shots and shit. Y'all want to make it East Coast versus West Coast. Y'all want to make it Xbox versus PlayStation. Or whatever, Bloods versus we can get real petty over here. We can get real petty over here because I'm boxing all day, every day. Ain't no way these guys coming over and doing it. Now let's go on to the main event these guys are talking about. To the main event. These guys, all right? So check it out. Let me see. O'Malley, yeah, he called out Haney. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'd call out Haney too if I was O'Malley. Okay? That's probably your best bet. And y'all know I get on Devin. Devin smokes him. Devin smokes him. Now Devin ain't gonna knock him out, but he's gonna jab him to death. And it's gonna be embarrassing. All right, so let's get that out the way. But let's go to the co-main event. The co-main event. Oh, I gotta actually get a good. I actually feel like I need to get a very good intro for him because let me see. Yeah, let's go with this one. Okay. For the main event, these guys want to see. Put your hands together for Mr. UFC himself, Conor McGregor. Put your hands up for Conor McGregor, everybody. This is the man himself, the front runner for the company. This is the man right here. Legend, straight legend. Only one problem. Once again, they think this man, they want to see him fight this man. Bro, Suicide. Suicide. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, Connor. Connor thinks because, here goes the funny thing. They think because he actually went some rounds with Floyd, an aging Floyd, by the way. That was an aging Floyd. Number two, that fight right there is probably what started the whole MMA versus boxing thing. That's probably what started it. So salute to that. That was what the pioneers of the MMA versus boxing. But Floyd carried him. Floyd carried him. I honestly believe that Floyd carried him. And the problem is that when you fight this man right here, this man does not back up. He's going to be in your face from round one. He's going to be in your face. He's not going to circle. He's not going to back up. Every punch he throws is with bad intentions. Like Tank, every punch he throws is with bad intentions. Like Crawford, every punch he throws is with bad intentions. You cannot fuck with these guys, bro. Stop it. Just stop it. Please, bro. Yeah, he might even do that too. Salute, Bruce, guys. I appreciate you. Yeah. I mean, honestly, bro, he's smoking all of them. The fact that these guys think that O'Malley beats Tank, Holloway beats Crawford, and Conor beats Canelo goes to show you how much they think it is a joke. They think we're a joke, thanks to Tyson Fury. But that's good, though. That's really good. Because when this shit, if these happen, I saw Sugar Sean O'Malley. Listen. I saw Sugar Sean O'Malley on his podcast talking about Tank is 5'1", Tank is 5'2". He a midget. Watch what I can do to him. Bro, you're saying the same thing Rolly said. You're saying the same thing Ryan Garcia said. Go ahead. Call him a midget. A midget. Go ahead. Yeah, he's tiny. Go ahead. Yeah, he's 5'1", 5'2". Ha ha. Go around and fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. You're leaving on your back. You're not walking out of that ring. Any one of y'all ain't walking out of the ring with these champions. And look, I'm saying it because I'm confident. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Crawford goes to the UFC and beats them in the UFC. You want to know why? Because I have common sense. Like, I know what happened to Fury doesn't transfer to everybody. And this is what I mean by it's a black guy on the sport. Because these guys actually believe this. I saw someone say to me, and by the way, the channels that are saying this are major outlets for the MMA. So the ones that I know, a guy called The Weasel, the guy called MMA Girl. Let me show you MMA Girl's thumbnail. Shout out to MMA Girl. If you're not subscribed to him, go to him. I'm not disrespecting y'all, but it is territorial for me because y'all trying to make this like East Coast, West Coast, whatever, Xbox, PlayStation. We can get real petty right about now. That's fine. I could do that too. So let's look at the thumbnail that this man had. Look at this thumbnail correctly. Like I want you to really look at it. This was his thumbnail. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. I'm going to share the screen real quick. I want you to look at this man's thumbnail. This goes to show you the mindset that these guys are having. These guys really think that they could beat these champions. So let me show you right here. Watch this. Let me go to YouTube. This is what the MMA community is saying about us. Okay. This man right here. Let me share the screen so y'all can see with yourself. Okay. Let me make sure that I can see it on my end. I want to make sure I can see it on my end. Let me see right here. Yes, I can see it on my end. Let me enhance this. Look at this man's thumbnail.
Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou just took place in a boxing match, and Francis Ngannou arguably should have won that fight against Tyson Fury. Now, I'm not going to say this was a brutal robbery, that the decision was given to Tyson Fury.
All right. That's enough. I don't need to hear what the fuck you're going to say because I read your thumbnail. You think your thumbnail says that he okay, yeah, it was embarrassing. Okay, I get it. But you said he exposes everybody else. Like that transfers over to Wilder and Joshua, Canelo, Crawford, Tank. Y'all gonna fuck around and find out. Y'all gonna fuck around and find out that it's not a joke over here, bro. And this is what I mean when I was like, they're not gonna drop this. But I think it's fun. I think it's fun because it's not like they're going over to UFC. These dudes really want to come over here. Do you know? Do you actually know? I mean, I know you boxing fans know. Do you know what Terrence Bud Crawford would do to this man in a boxing match? They're trying to get that man killed. They're trying to get him killed. You're going straight to the ER. Crawford will bash your face in. He's knocked out every welterweight he's faced. Who cares about the resume? Because they're still professional fighters. He one-sidedly destroyed Errol Spence. I don't think Holloway beats Spence in a boxing match. I mean, and then this guy who's arguably, I think, is the best striker out of all three, only because I don't feel like Conor McGregor is in his prime. I don't think Conor's in his prime. But this guy, I like him. I really do. I think he's a very good, entertainer. By the way, this guy won his he won his belt by knocking out Aljamain Sterling. If you guys know who Aljamain Sterling is, he was the champion for a long period of time, who won his belt in a controversial way. He won the belt. So I would say that, it was a very, very impressive victory. He knocked him out. I believe it was like in the second round or first round. He calls himself, he says it all the time, I am a sniper. I think it's his left hand. Correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all that watch MMA. Like I said, I'm not a MMA hardcore, but I do know these guys. I do know these guys because I do watch all their stars, and I watch, and every time one of these guys fight, whether it be Adesanya, whether it be Khamzat Chimaev, whether it be John Jones, Alex Pereira, all these guys, I watch these guys. I just can't name you the prospects. That's one thing that I can't do. I can't go through everybody and go, oh, this guy, so I'm not a hardcore when it comes to that. But I do know who O'Malley is. I know who he is. And he's a very good fighter. And he's got one punch knockout power. And the thing is, he's looking at Tank, and he literally said this out of his own mouth. This is how you know this man's walking straight into the line of fire. This man had the audacity to say, I think his name is Gervonta Tank Davis. I think I've seen maybe one or two of his fights, but nonetheless, nonetheless, the guy's 5'2". I mean, he's 5'2". And I mean, come on now. You guys, I mean, he's too small for me. He's too small for me. Bro, you're going to get sparked. You're going to get sparked bad. Bad. Tank's going to hurt you bad. Pain, bro. Straight pain. You're signing a check to go to the ER. You're not leaving on your feet, bro. This is a guarantee. Any one of these fights, none of these fighters are walking out. None of these fighters are walking out. Tank is going to knock O'Malley out. Crawford is going to put Holloway in the hospital. And Conor, straight, he's going to be in the ER with his proper 12, whatever he does, bro. Because let me tell you something. He really thinks that because he went some rounds with Floyd, an aging Floyd, that he's going to beat Canelo. Canelo from round one is going to go forward. He's not going to back up. He's not going to dance around you. And by the way, Canelo's not going to care if it's an exhibition. You see, I think what people pretend to forget, or I think what people purposely forget, or they probably ignore it, is the fact that Floyd was promoting the fight. And I really don't think Floyd was doing like his from round one. I don't think he was being 100%. Because we saw what happened when Floyd started pushing on the gas. When he started coming forward, Conor had no answer for anything. Canelo is not going to do that. He's going to start from round one, and he's going to walk right through you. He's going to walk through you. Blame Mayweather for this. Crossover events are here to stay. Hey, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Heavyweight is different. They have a puncher's chance, and every other weight they have no chance, bro. That's the thing. They really think that they could just come up in here and disrespect Crawford, Tank, and Canelo because of something Fury did. That's how you know they don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea. And you know what? They are low key. They are low key setting their fighters, their favorite fighters up to a trip to the ER. That is what they're doing. Yeah, they're getting a check. But I know Dana White don't pay hospital bills. I don't believe. Maybe he does. I don't know. I heard right now there's a lawsuit going on with the UFC, how he doesn't take care of fighters and a lot with medical and stuff like that. It has to be circumstantial. So whatever money you get in the fight Tank O'Malley, half of that is going to your MRI. They are getting carried away. And look, the first couple of days, Tycho, I was like, I get it, bro. I get it. It was embarrassing. Yes, I was in the group that was like, yes, it's embarrassing for us, bro. It was. I get it. Yes. I even made a video where I was so disappointed. I just was eating and I hit record. I was like, I don't even have a topic because it's so bad. They were going in on us. I get it. Then after getting a good night's sleep, I wake up and I go to these guys' channels and they're really pushing this, bro. They're really like, who in their right mind thinks Max Holloway beats Crawford? Like, what makes them think that? Like, and I'm not saying Max can't, there's a clip of Max saying, I'm the best boxer in the UFC. I'm the best boxer in the, but what makes you think you can do that to Crawford? Crawford's going to beat you up any way he feels, bruh. Do you understand that? Whether it's orthodox, whether it's southpaw, whether it's going forward, whether it's going backwards, whether it's going to the left, the right, the phone booth, on the ropes, off the ropes. He might even beat you in wrestling, Max. Crawford might even beat you in wrestling. You don't know who you're fucking with. I'm telling you now. I pray, bro. I pray. Because it's boxing all day for me over here. I don't care. I'm a small channel. Listen, a lot of trolls always come over here, try to say, no, Shadow, nobody knows you, and Chris Colbert lost, and you only got under 500 subscribers. And I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't get paid for none of this. This is my hobby. I love boxing. I rep boxing. It is what it is. Y'all want to get petty? We can get petty. And I will call for the fight just like any other fan. But I'm telling you right now, these guys are getting knocked out if they come over here. Every one of them. I don't care who it is. You want to substitute? You want to substitute O'Malley out? You want to substitute Max out? Go ahead, put whoever you want in. Go ahead. Tell me who you got from New York. Matter of fact, let's ask a serious question. Who y'all got? Who y'all got in your who you got around your weight class that's gonna beat this man? Let me ask you MMA guys a question. Who you got that is around that weight that's gonna beat this man right here in a boxing match? Who y'all got? I'd really love to know. Because if this is the best you're coming up with, you've already failed. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you already failed. And I'm going to give you an example. North Korea has 35 nuclear weapons, estimated. 35 nuclear, 30, I think it's 30. They were just talking about this. 35 nuclear warheads, right? It's kind of dangerous because that guy's crazy. Do you know how many the U.S. has? I think we have 3,185. Put that into perspective. North Korea has 35 nukes. We have 3,000. We can level the earth if we wanted to. That's not a good thing. That's a bad thing. But I'm trying to put this into perspective here. Your best is not even going to touch us. Your best that you have is maybe, I mean, he's got a puncher's chance. He's maybe got, look, he could punch. The man could punch. Okay. I'm not shitting on him or whatever, but there's no triangle bars over here. There's no grappling over it. Well, unless you're Devin Haney and you're clinching. But other than that, there is no grappling over here. This is straight up throwing punches only. And by the way, I find it funny that they're disrespecting this man. This man will find any part of your body to hit. He literally almost punched off what's the white boy? The white boy at 168, Smith. He had nothing. Canelo had nothing to hit. So he just started hitting his arm. He started hitting his arm, and his arm was like, that man will hit you anywhere. I don't understand why they think, like, I don't know if they're playing or not, but half of these guys are serious. They really think these guys are going to come over here and do that. And I honestly pray, I hope it happens. I really hope it happens, because that's the only way I feel like we'll get our respect back. I really do. I really feel like, and I'm not talking about, and I want to say something too, because I think this is important. Every time I made a video about how embarrassing it was, and shout out to the people that had a different opinion. It's not about that. I just think they were not understanding what I was saying. So somebody came in my comments that was like, yeah, but boxing had a great year. What are you talking about? Like, we had a great 2023 has been a spectacular year. Yes, it has. It has. That had nothing to do with what happened with Tyson Fury and Ngannou. The facts is that when you look at that fight, it was being promoted and shown as MMA versus boxing, the same way Jake Paul does it. When Jake Paul fights Nate Diaz, or he fights any one of these guys from the UFC, Woodley, he promotes it as, I'm gonna knock another MMA dude out. That's how he promotes it. That's how we see it. Obviously, 95% of both communities, boxing and MMA, both think what happened on Saturday was an embarrassment to boxing. And because of that now, they really think that these guys are going to come over here and do it to these guys. Yes, HOD, that is correct. Yes. We had a lot more after we and not to get off topic, but after the bombing with Japan and everything like that, the whole world went into, they saw what we did and was like, bruh, come on now, this could kill the earth. So everybody went into an agreement and started. That's why every country has a limited amount of warheads. You know what I mean? And they're not always accurate. No country's going to be like, look. Oh, which, by the way, not to get off topic, do you know our president? I'm not sure how true this is. I got to fact check this, but let me show you how bad this world is getting. Do you know that our president, I'm hearing two things. One, I'm hearing that right now, as we speak, that Congress is trying to pass, they're trying to get an okay for a nuclear bomb that we have already. Okay, we've already have it, but we obviously, things got to get signed in. It's apparently 24 times more powerful than the one that hit Hiroshima. 24 times. We are right now in the process of getting that approved, because our government believes that we are going to be attacked soon. So just to give you a heads up with that. And our president is inviting the president of China to come over and take a look at our facilities. I shit you not. This is what's going on in our world. So, but before it all before everything gets blown out of space and I go be with my Lord, let's make these fights happen. Let's make them happen. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I really think, it's just laughable, guys. Come on, guys. Listen, whether you're a boxing fan or not, if you know any boxing, you don't even got to be a pugilist, bro. You really don't even have to be a pugilist. Can I really ask you, can anybody in the comments right now, I'm actually being dead ass serious. Anybody in the comments, can y'all tell me how O'Malley beats Tank? Can y'all tell me how Holloway beats Crawford? And can you give me any scenario where Conor McGregor beats Canelo? Seriously, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to understand the mindset here, because what's basically going on is Tyson Fury, they're looking at it, and this is what I don't understand. Let me show it to you again, just to show you the mindset. I want to show it to you again. because I'm not talking out of my ass. This is literally what these guys are saying. These guys really believe that because of what Tyson Fury did, that that all of our people are like this, like all the champions that we represent in the sport that we love. They really think that, you know, that it's going to happen like that with everybody, and it's just crazy. So look, let me show you again. Let me show you again, so you know. Let me show you again, so you know. This is just one, by the way. There's another guy called the. By the way, shout out to these channels. Shout out to these channels. The Weasel, go subscribe to him. MMA Girl, go subscribe to him. Chael Sonnen, former UFC fighter, go subscribe to him. Teddy Atlas, I ain't subscribing to nothing. You're a traitor, Teddy. You're a traitor. All you do is talk down on boxing. You hate Canelo. You hate your bias is ridiculously out the window. You're no different than Donnie Brasco to me, bro. You're no different than Donnie Brasco. I look at you like Donnie Brasco. Like, you know, like, oh, yeah, you love boxing too, brother. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you just like in federal court, like, yeah, he did this at this time and that and that and that. And here goes the wire that I had. Like, you're a rat. You're a snake. I'm sorry. You can call me biased. I don't like Teddy Atlas. I don't. I do not even think he likes boxing. And just to show you that you know he doesn't like boxing, he's literally 99% of his content is MMA. And I need to be careful what I say because apparently we have freedom of speech. But if you talk about a gay person, your channel will get shut down. Which, by the way, I got something else to tell y'all. Not to get off topic, but I find this hilarious. I find this hilarious. No, he is Donnie Brasco, bro. He is. He's like Donnie Brasco. You know what I find hilarious? So the other day, and before I start on this rant, I need to give these guys shout outs because I already know the first guy I'm going to talk about. I already know he's unhinged. The man is unhinged. So even though I'm going to give him a shout out and say, I'm not talking shit about you, I'm just being completely honest, he's going to come at me anyway, but that's okay. I'm a logical person. I'm very logical. So I'm a respectful person, even online, guys, even online. I don't do shit for clout. Y'all know me. I show my face all the time. I got nothing to hide. I don't mind telling you certain things about my life. I don't need to give you my social security number and my address, but I don't mind because it's like, bro, like, what are you going to do to me? Like, you're not going to do nothing to me. So I don't mind. You know what I mean? Now, I understand some people don't want to do that. That's fine. More power to you. But the other day, I said to myself, if you've seen, and this is funny, bro. This is funny. So if you guys seen my last video, in my last video, I am eating. I am eating, and I'm talking about how I'm disappointed in boxing, right? And I said to myself, wait a second. You know what I noticed? I'm not saying I'm the best and I know everything or whatever, but I put a lot of time and effort into my videos. Just like a lot of other channels do, by the way. There's a lot of small channels that put a lot of effort into their videos and editing and everything. And I'm just noticing something. I'm like, wait a second. What are these big channels doing? What is the secret? What is the secret, right? I was watching Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan says, do you know what they do for comedians, like the new comedians? They let them go on stage and they let them bomb. And then they know they're going to get booed. They send them right back around. They tell them to sit down. They give them a notepad, right? And then they bring out an experienced comic and he takes notes. So the other day, I said, it's time for Shadow Ghost to humble himself. I will humble myself. I will take notes. So I decided to go through some big channels to see what is the key to their success. And you're about to laugh, but please hear me out. No disrespect to the brother. I know he's going to come at me. It is what it is. I went to Southpaw 773. Yes, shit you not. And I came respectfully. I went respectfully. You know, I had, you know, basically, I shit you not. Hold on. That's the sound of the police. I was shook. He was shook, but I kept it cool. Put us over on the shoulder just to say he dug the tune. Really let me go for the warning. We was on our way. Bro, I literally had this notebook. I literally had this pad in my hand. I'm being honest. Pad in my hand, and I went to his channel. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to pick a random live. You know, not like because not like a Pacquiao or a Mayweather, not a because depending on your subject, you're gonna get views. If you talk about Tyson Fury and Ngannou right now, you're gonna get views. So I wanted to pick a random live. What's going on, Puto? So I go to Southpaw's live, and I'm like, I'm ready to take notes. You know, humble me. What is the secret to your 40K? What is he, 40K subscribers? I don't know how many subscribers he's got. And he hits record and goes, he hits record and starts going, he starts saying like, eat a dick, suck a dick, come to Chicago, see what happens. 5 minutes of straight disrespecting, threatening people in the comments. And you got 80% of the live was not even talking about boxing. And people are in the chat like, facts, tell them. Tell us what? You're not even talking boxing. You're just threatening people. So you mean that's the key? I thought you had an intro, a subject, maybe some nice editing, some lighting, maybe some AI or whatever, you know, a beginning, a climax, and then an outro. No, that's not the key. Hit record and start telling people to suck a dick. That's it. And then, you know, people will just be like, you know, you wake up the next day, you got to upload the video and pray to God that you don't get a copyright strike and your channel doesn't get shut down, which, by the way, how the hell do you get your channel canceled for talking about LGBT, LMNOP community, but you can sit up there for 5 minutes and threaten to kill somebody, and that gets passed? So I do that, and what am I going to pray to wake up and I get 1,000 more subscribers? I mean, I'm serious, bro. So now, not to get off topic, so I went to a second channel. And by the way, shout out to Southpaw, whatever. I'm not saying he doesn't know boxing. I'm just telling you what I saw. Showbiz. Good old Showbiz. Now, let me stop the music for Showbiz. Shout out to Showbiz. I got no issues with Showbiz. That man is doing his thing. By the way, the man is going to be in a movie. The man was featured in the first PC boxing game that we have with Canelo that I play all the time or whatever. Feature he was in the alpha beta testing for that. The man has grown exponentially. The man has sponsors. The man is doing his thing. So of course Shadow Ghost goes over there like, hey, I'm ready to pick up some tips over there. Show me the key to success. Now, in all fairness, before I say anything, Showbiz does put a lot of time into his videos. It's obviously he has a good personality. He does skits. All right. So let's take all that to the side. But I'm talking about the actual content that he was talking about. So I get there and I'm like, okay, let me learn something here. You know what I learned in that live? That man does not want to pick a side because he doesn't want to lose any subscribers. So this is how the live looked. You know, I think this guy's a great fighter. Half of the comments are like, yeah, he's a great fighter. The other half are like, nah, he's a shit ass fighter. What are you talking about? And then he goes, oh, okay, he's not a bad fighter. And then they're like, wait a second, no, he is a good fighter. And then he's like, he's going back and forth. He's like, look, guys, it could be both. It could be both. I don't want to step on nobody's toes. So undecisive. One day Canelo sucks. One day Canelo the man. One day Canelo sucks. One day Canelo the man. One day Canelo sucks. One day Canelo running from Boo Boo. One day Canelo the man. One day. And people just like, facts. If I did that shit, I got under 400 subscribers, bro. Listen, I'm not hating. I am not a hater. I'm telling you, I went over there to learn. And I realized you don't need shit to be good in this. And all you got, if you got a phone and a camera, this is a tip. This is one thing I learned. It's free advice. It's free promo here. If you got a phone with a camera, just hit record and talk shit. Just say the most outlandish things that don't make sense. Make sure it's disrespectful. And make sure that it's so confusing that watch. You're gonna see people say facts. You're not even saying. No offense, but Southpaw could have named his channel Southpaw Crochet, like for old women crocheting, and he would still get subscribers. Which, by the way, you know how I met the guy, and I actually listen. I find him funny. There's a clip of him talking about Devin Haney, and he's talking to Bill Haney. That shit was hilarious, bro. It had me dying, bro. I got no issues with Southpaw. I'm telling you the truth. You know how I met Southpaw? Mind you, I'm a small ass channel. Last year, shout out to Lady Chan, one of the few female personalities that represent our sport out of the UK, asked me one day, hit me up with an email and said, "Hey, Shadow, I do a Monday wrap up. Would you like to come for the Monday wrap up?" I'm like, "Really? I'm flattered." "Oh, thank you. Of course. I'll be there Monday." So she's like, "I'll send you the link the day before." Right? So I get the link the day before, and basically she does things. And shout out to Lady Chan, man. Go subscribe to her. She's very professional. Very professional. Sends me the link and basically has like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of like list, right? And the list is basically what the subject is going to be about, right? What you wear, like basically not exactly what you wear, but be formal. Have to have your important. Have to have your camera on, working mic, and knowledge of the subject that she's going to be talking about. I said, easy enough. I show up Monday. Mind you, I had just started my channel. I heard about Southpaw. I heard about him. And I'm talking, and all of a sudden, she's going through the comments in the screen, just like I'm doing right now. Right? And all of a sudden, Southpaw comes out of nowhere. I've never met the guy in my life. He goes, "Man, don't listen to Shadow Goes. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about." So I'm like, trying to be logical, I'm like, "Oh shit, you know who I am?" Like, low key flattered. Like, damn, I didn't even know you know who I am, player. Like, you got like 50,000 subscribers. So I'm like, "Hey, why don't you come on the panel and tell me what you disagree with?" Like, I don't know who I'm talking to, So I'm logical. Like, tell me what you heard. Like, tell me what you heard. "Shut up, bitch. Come to Chicago, pussy. That'll be the last thing you do." So now I'm like, hold on a second. Like, whoa, wait, did I say something about the dude? Like, so I'm like, "Nah, I'm not coming to Chicago. Nah, I'll fly you out there." I said, "Bro, listen, I'm not flying to Chicago, especially if you have intentions on hurting me. Do I have stupid written on my head? Like, why don't you come over here to where I'm at if you really want to hurt me? I don't even know why you don't like me." Lady Chan blocks him. Next week, I'm on a live. He pops up in my chat. So now I'm like, "Oh, man, great. All right." Once again, I'm logical. Maybe he just wants to talk. Maybe he just wants to debate me on certain things. He's in the chat. I'm like, "Yo, what's good?" So he's like this. He puts the this emoji. You know the this emoji? I'm like, "What? You coming to Chicago, pussy?" All right, bro, stop the cap. Well, why don't you like me? Because you like Canelo. Over another man you don't even know. But the point is that these are the personalities that represent our sport. And it's fine. It's great. But I'm just confused. Maybe I'm doing things wrong. Or maybe just people don't like me. Either way, I don't know. I'm really starting to think maybe I should just film my shit outside in the jungle or on a boat or somewhere and just start just talking crazy shit. Salute, my guy. So, getting back, man, I'm trying to understand, man. Maybe one of y'all can help me out here. Here. If you want, here you go. I wasn't going to do it, but I do got a little bit of time. You don't have to, but I do have some time. If you guys have anything to say about these UFC guys, thinking that they can really do this, then come on down to the Price is Right up in here and tell me, what are these guys thinking? I mean, because I have no idea, because I can tell you right now, all these fights are one-sided slaughters. Every single one of them. These guys are getting bodied. I don't care about how much money it is. I don't care how much money you put down. They don't have the skills to beat these guys in the ring. Not with boxing gloves on. Not if you take out triangle chokes and you take out takedowns and you take down all this other stuff. It ain't gonna work, bro. They're not, and this is not the shit on Tyson Fury, but they're not Tyson Fury. They're not Tyson Fury. Hold on 1 second. I know this is my guy. I just need to be safe like always because you know how the trolls are. Let me just make sure.
El manito, you know it's
Hey,
me.
okay, it's my guy. Don't say. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
What's good, Shadow?
What is
Man,
going on, man?
God bless you, bro. I haven't seen you here, and you know, I'm making some videos in a minute, man. So I'm glad to see you pumping out some videos, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm trying over here, but I mean, hey, look, it's kind of just funny to me, man. Some of the stuff I see, like sometimes you really got to question what's going on, like. You know, look, at the end of the day, and this is another thing I really want people to understand too. And I want to make this clear. This goes out to the people that don't like me too, by the way, which I really don't care because I really do. You support me when you come over here and talk shit. So I'm talking to you. I'm talking to everybody, bro. I'm talking to everybody. We all represent boxing. Whether you disagree or not, whether you like Tyson Fury, whether you don't, we all are on panels. We all go to boxing channels. Some of us are content creators. Some of us support other channels with their what is it, HLD, when they get to a point where you could pay monthly memberships. People got memberships to channels. We all support boxing. So I don't know why people can't get it in their head. Like when it comes to this, there should be no like, you know, it's like, it's almost like when after the Tyson Fury fight, I saw Pro Wilder channels take a thumbnail of Deontay Wilder laughing, and in the back it showed, you know, the
I knew that would happen, bro.
well, look, right immediately right after, right, a picture of Wilder laughing, and in the background showing something like this, right, and I'm looking at it like, you know how bad that makes Wilder look though. Like this man arguably got outboxed the first fight and got knocked out back to back. So like you doing that is just making our sport look even worse. Then on top of that, what I think made it worse was Tyson Fury says he literally before the fight, the man was telling people that he was going to take Usyk to court if he didn't appear on I think it was like December 28th or whatever the fight date is. He's over here saying, I'm going to take him to court. I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do all that. Then after the fight, the man says, well, you know, the fight, the guy's like, so you're definitely fighting him, right? He's like, oh, well, it'll happen when it'll happen. Maybe by the end of this year, who knows? I might be back next year. You're making us look even worse, bro. Then they canceled the press conference. That's how bad it is. I have only seen a press conference canceled if there was a riot or something, or somebody a bomb threat or something, and or a fighter got so messed up he's got to get an MRI. But even then, the winner will show up at the. What is going on, bro? So I get it. It's embarrassing. Okay, fine. Ha ha ha. I'm with you. It was embarrassing. It made our sport look bad. It made it look like a guy could just come up in here and do whatever he wants to do. I already showed you the clip. I think I've showed it to who was it? I showed it on one of them where I felt like there was like a comparison of what happened. And hold on 1 second. Give me a second. Go ahead. HLD.
I feel your pain, man. But look, man, I how can I put it, man? To the fruits go to the winners. You know what I mean? It's the bragging rights. They own it. They own it for right now. I think it's a combination of many things. You gotta understand. Tyson Fury is braggadocious. He talks a lot of shit, and sometimes doesn't even have to do about boxing. It's just that, you know, they glad that, you know, he got embarrassed. Many in the boxing community, just like you're saying, they tagging along now. Oh yeah, Ngannou beat it. Man, come on, man. You know, the real Black Panther came in. That's what happened. You know what I mean?
Bro, but listen. Look. You know, listen. You know it's bad. I think people are like, they're not understanding. People are like, it's not that serious. Tyson won the fight. That's not the point. They're like, some channels, and I understand they love boxing like me, but I'm gonna keep it real. You had some channels on there going to the punch stats. They're looking at the punch stats. Like the fact you got to go to the punch, that should tell you something. And then they're talking about, well, Tyson Fury landed more jabs. What are we talking about, Devin Haney here? Like, what are we doing? It's the heavyweight division.
The
Like,
the 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 way I see it is look, I mean, Fury won the boxing match, and I've been saying this throughout, but Ngannou won the fight, if that makes sense to you.
No,
Because
it makes perfect sense because when these two guys fought, one guy won, but at the end of the day, this is exactly what happened. Tyson Fury won the fight, but this is what ended up. This is what it looked like.
Monroe Hutchins. Yep. I guess you know who I am. Are you the champion in here? Yeah. Not the heavyweight champ. Champion. Heavyweight or any other kind they got. How long you been on top? 10 years. Ever since I got in here. Damn. Brother, that's a real fine record you got. I gotta congratulate you. Ain't no champ in here but me.
that was a perfect clear. I told you I'm gonna steal it, bro. I'm trying to do a face swap on a program I'm using.
That's exactly what happened. And look, it might have went a little bit different because Ngannou has that African accent, so he was probably like, hey, are you the heavyweight champion? And Tyson, he's
it would have been funnier, bro.
Like, yeah. I'm lineal. I beat Deontay Wilder 3 times. I'm lineal champ. I beat Klitschko. Oh, really? I did not know they have lineal in MMA. We only have one belt. And smack the shit out of him. That's how I took it. Now he won the fight, but it doesn't look right. And now that these guys are over here really, really thinking, and the funny thing is, I think out of all of them, the matchups these guys are saying, they're just. I had to go live because it's funny. It's funny, man. Just look at it.
It's the bragging. It's the bragging rights, man. They're gonna.
Doesn't it make you laugh? HLD, look.
Oh, no. Look, I mean, you could from that right there. All you got to do is just you could take Crawford, and you could spread it around all these divisions up to 185 in the squirrel circle, and Crawford's gonna smoke these guys.
Look,
we know that.
Put it like this. It's so bad. You could shuffle this. Y'all looking at the screen? Y'all could shuffle it. You could shuffle it like a deck of cards. It doesn't matter how it looks. The boxer's going to win in these fights. In these 3 fights, there's no way this man, and I like him, he's very entertaining. There is no way this man is walking out on his feet against this man, bro.
No, we know that there's no MMA fighter in the lower weight classes that is athletic enough to be able to cross over and do what Ngannou did. Look, you have to give Ngannou all the due credit. He's just a special phenom, plain and simple. He's just a special phenom, and in the right division where power and size matters. You know what I mean? It's not. It's we're not in the old days of pure skills boxing match. Nowadays, the heavyweight division's been trashed for the 20 plus years. I've been saying this. So I'm not surprised that this totally happened, that someone who's as athletic, a special athlete like Ngannou, did what he did. So you got to give the man all his credit. But everybody else,
I'm glad you said that because I wanted to. By the way, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to my man Mark Nash. I appreciate him. You want to know why I like about Mark Nash? Mark Nash is going to give you his fucking opinion. He don't care whether he disagrees with you or not. And he straight up, I love that about him. Like, bro, every time he comes in here, he disagrees with me. But I love that shit. I love it because this is what we're here for. I don't want to be in the chat and just everyone saying that. If you disagree, tell me, bro. Mark, I am not in no disagreement with you. I am not referring to Ngannou. I am not. I think he does have a good chance to beat a lot of heavyweights. He's good. He's good. That's not what the topic is. I think you came in a little bit late. The topic is that it was so embarrassing that these guys are going around promoting. Let me show you because I think you just got in. So there are major, I don't know if you watch MMA and the major outlet channels. There's these guys, The Weasel, MMA Girl, Chael Sonnen, that trader Donnie Brasco, Teddy Atlas, who basically doesn't even like boxing anymore. I mean, boxing made him what he is, and now he just shits all over boxing. But anyway, these outlets are now saying these things, and just to show you, this guy right here, who is a very, this guy is blowing up. He's getting a lot of subscribers at a rapid pace to the point where even the UFC has mentioned his name a couple times. So shout out to the MMA guru. But just to give you a little taste of what I'm talking about here is look at the thumbnail. Look at the thumbnail and look at what they're saying, you know.
Because there are 6 of the round. Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou just
look at the thumbnail.
Took place in a boxing match.
I don't think you could see the thumbnail though.
Ngannou arguably should have won that fight against Tyson Fury. Now, I'm not going to say
talking
robbery that the decision was given.
Look, he goes on to basically talk about how he thinks that Ngannou won, and listen, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But him and the other channels are now saying things like they want to see O'Malley versus Tank. There's another channel. I got to get his name, bro. I got to get his name because I could tell. I know for a fact that man doesn't watch boxing. He said he wants to see Max Holloway. He thinks Max Holloway beats Crawford. So laughable, bro. So laughable. And look, shout out to Max Holloway, man. He's a legend. Dude is a legend, bro. There's no way you're beating it. In fact, Crawford might even out-wrestle him. Like, they low-key don't even know about Crawford's wrestling. But it's a boxing match, right? He's going to get destroyed. Crawford is going to decide whether he wants to go orthodox, southpaw, whatever, back, forward, left, right.
When it comes to the lower weight classes, there's nobody in the MMA.
This is what I'm trying to explain to Mark, HOD, because I think I'm not saying anything about Ngannou is good. I'm not shitting on him. In fact, I'm glad as much as it was embarrassing to boxing, I'm glad that happened to him. He's got a great story, bro. His life has been hard from where he was into where he is now. I'm not hating. And to be honest, I don't hate on MMA. I really don't. If you guys ever go to any of these big MMA outlets, right? Because like I said, I'm not an MMA hardcore. I watch the main guys, Alex Pereira, Adesanya, Chimaev, Usman, these guys right here, Conor, Holloway, this guy right here, O'Malley. I watch all these guys when they fight, but I don't know no prospects and I don't know nobody from, you know what I mean? So I go to these big channels because I'm trying to learn like everyone else, right? And these guys, when you go there, you could tell by the way they talk about boxing that they don't even respect boxing. I know people that watch both. I've talked to people that go, "Hey, hold on, I like both." You know, but if you go to the panel, I've been there before, and I'm like, "Hey, respectfully, I'm a boxing fan, but I'm here to talk about MMA," and they just start shitting on you, trashing boxing, just like Dana White. Every chance he gets, he shits on boxing and this and that. These guys want to make it like that. They want to be all petty with the whole, East West, Bloods versus Crip, PlayStation, Xbox. So I can get petty.
Well, but Shadow, we gotta be honest though, man. We on the boxing side, very condescendingly, man, we'll smoke all you motherfuckers in the square ring. Y'all ain't got shit. Yeah, you could kick and that. We hear that. You know what I mean? So they're pushing back on. Like I said, I mean it's bragging rights week. You know what I mean? And they're gonna troll it out. You know what I mean? But what does make it then worse on that side for the trolling is that then you got these boxing wilderettes. Now they're clamoring to Ngannou now because they beat Fury because Fury's the guy who beat Wilder. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you got shit like that going on. But
and then check it out. But this just to show you how bad it is, though. Listen, there's a difference. I understand. Look, I get it, bro. I get it. They're laughing at us. They're talking shit. Listen, this is all fun and banter. You know what I mean? I don't really, I don't rep a set. But you know what I mean when I say it's boxing over here. It's always going to be boxing for me at the end of the day. So if you want to talk shit and you want to have your fun, I'm going to do the same shit. I'm going to do it back because some of the stuff y'all saying is just outlandish, retarded. Okay, so they really think that Conor McGregor has a very good, not a good chance, a very good chance of beating this man. This man is going to destroy you, bro. This man is going to come forward from round, and Canelo's newsflash, Canelo's not going to care, Conor, like Floyd did. See, Floyd is a businessman as far as like he's a showman. He's a showman. And by the way, that fight was like the front runner for all this MMA and boxing, right? It was the front runner. What was like $100 million payday for McGregor alone.
Oh, yeah. So he had to put he put a showmanship. He carried him on for.
Thank you. He carried him on. He made it interesting or whatever. Newsflash, Connor, this man don't care. He is not going to care if it's an exhibition. From round one, he's going to come forward and he's going to hurt you, and he's not going to go backwards. He's going to, and every punch he throws is with bad intentions, just like this man, just like this man. They all three of these guys, you got out of all the champions, y'all picked the wrong ones. Fuck around and find out.
You know what's the worst thing that they did is that
bro.
instead of it being an exhibition like it should be, you know, and put it on Mayweather. I mean, how is Conor McGregor a real fight? That's an exhibition, and you know they got it through with the commission to make it a real fight. It's a legalized fight, just like Ngannou's fight with Fury. It's a real legit fight. It wasn't an exhibition.
But the fight with Floyd, wasn't that a real fight? Wasn't that a real fight?
Well, it should have been. It should have been an exhibition. It shouldn't have been claimed as a real, a real boxing record fight.
Well, for these guys' sake, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you really are willing to come over here, because all three of these guys in the bottom, I'm sorry, they're not walking out on their feet if these fights happen. They're all walking out on their back. It's just a matter of when. And for their sake, you better make it an official fight, because I hope they don't think in their mind like, oh, I hope O'Malley doesn't think, well, it's just going to be an exhibition with Tank. You think Tank is going to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's an exhibition. Tank is still going to punch you the same. He's not going to care. He's not going to care whether it's an exhibition or not. And you really think Crawford, you really think Crawford, even if it's Max Holloway, you think Crawford's going to sleep on his opponent, or he's in the gym all the time? He's going to destroy you. Canelo and Crawford alone are gym rats. Tank is a special type of fighter where he doesn't even have to be in gym all year because of his talents and his explosive power and his underrated boxing skills. Can you imagine if he was a gym rat like Crawford? He'd even be more dangerous.
There's only one lower weight class MMA fighter that, in his prime, I believe, would have a chance in boxing.
Who?
And put it on, and that'll be Mighty Mouse.
Okay.
Johnson. He's the unknown greatest MMA fighter.
Right, what if you put him versus Inoue?
I would love to see that. And I'm talking about in his prime. He's a retired man. But I'm talking about in his prime. That guy is a special dude. He was specially different and athletically different to where, yeah, I believe he could hang. He could hold his own in a lower weight class with the best of our fighters. I'm not saying he's going to be the best, but I think he could do a performance like Ngannou just did, is what I'm trying to say. Everybody else is going to get smoked. They're not that athletically enough. Ngannou is very athletic for the heavyweight division, for this heavyweight division era. You know what I mean? If you put Ngannou 25 years ago against Holyfield, against Tyson, he's getting knocked the fuck out. But against this heavyweight division era, which I've considered to be trash for the past 20 years, yeah. I mean, look. I mean, Wilder's a basketball player. He just came into the sport. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. You know, an athletic built fighter in the heavyweight division is gonna make it here from wherever he comes from. But if you put him in the skillful eras, Ngannou's getting smoked by everybody in the 90s. Everybody.
Well, listen. When people were saying that Tyson Fury was up there with the greats and everything like that, the reason why I didn't agree with that is not because of his skill set. It's because when you look at who he beat Wilder. Yes, all the credit in the world. And Wilder, by the way, Wilder, if I always have respect for him, but if I didn't, it was definitely earned in that third fight, bro. The heart that man had.
Yeah, I mean, you could talk about his heart, but we're just talking about boxing,
right? That's what I mean. He's
a hype job.
I gotta clarify HOD, because if I don't, it's just like with Devin Haney. I say it all the time. I do not hate Devin Haney. I do not hate on his accomplishments. I do not hate him or Bill. They are very smart. Bill is a good father. He looks like a great father. Devin is a good kid. That whole you go to private school, like it's the most dumbest thing. Like it's it's cool. Like like it's gangster to not be able to add or subtract. Like, no, bro. He's a very well-spoken kid. He's got talent or whatever. I criticize him.
Coach was talking about with the just to be clear about this private school. Coach Evans, what he's talking about, yo, if you're a private school kid, you're a homeschool kid, where are your manners? Why are you trying to act like you gangster up here and talking to me the way you do? Because you're not. You private school, so don't be perpetrating something that you ain't. That's what he meant by that. Why
No,
you in
I
here
know, I
talking?
do.
Yeah.
No, I understand that. I'm just trying to make a point that I don't hate Devin Haney, but I go in on him. I joke just like I joke on Colbert. I get on Colbert so bad. It's crazy. I don't care. Like I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think Devin Haney is a little clinchy. He's a little clinchy. He likes to hug a lot. Sometimes that's the truth. The truth is,
not
listen,
chinny,
I don't know.
clinchy.
I don't know if they count. Listen, I'm dead ass. I don't know. Do they, with the punch stats, do they count clinches? Because I guarantee you there are
They
some
did.
fights. They do? Okay, there are
No,
some
they
fights.
did for Haney and Cambosos one.
I guarantee you his
They
clinches were
counted it.
more than his right hands.
They said in Haney Cambosos one, he clinched 58 times.
Like seriously, like that's probably more than the right hands he threw. But still, at the end of the day, he's a great fighter or whatever. So going back to Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury beat a Klitschko, right? But it was a Klitschko on the way out. Let's just be honest.
He was.
A Klitschko on the way out, and Klitschko, he made Klitschko look stupid, because he couldn't really hit him, and he put on a great performance or whatever. But we saw what happened when he fought Otto Wallin. Some people, if I'm saying his name right, Otto Wallin, it was such a close fight. Some people think Fury lost that fight. I think he won. I think he edged it out, but still, it was still a close fight nonetheless. And then you have Wilder, who is, one punch can take you out at any time, but if we're talking the actual, now his fundamentals to me has gotten better over time. But when I looked at the overall landscape of Tyson Fury, I never was one that was like, oh yeah, he's up there with Lennox and Holyfield and Riddick Bowe. Even Riddick Bowe, like bro, I would have loved to see him back in that era, because I honestly got those guys beating Fury. Now, I'm not saying that he can't beat them, but I would just have my money on them just because of their resumes alone and how active they were back then, and the heavy competition that they had back to back. I mean, you look at Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis's resumes, these guys were. Lennox Lewis, I think, is one of the rare fighters that has beaten every person he's ever fought, meaning that the two losses that he had, he avenged them. So therefore, he beat every person he's ever fought. And these guys, they meant business, and I just never had Tyson Fury like that, and it just, I'm telling you,
like, can you imagine what Lennox Lewis would have done to Ngannou? And what would Lennox would have done to him, bro? He would have broke that man. You know what I mean? Just and that power. I mean, the man had power, but I'm just saying because of the skill set, and Fury had no answers for Ngannou. What happened to his jab? What happened to his reach? What happened? He didn't have it. So I don't know, man. I mean, credit to Ngannou. The man ate an elbow and ate it and didn't realize that he was elbowed until after the fight when he watched it. He didn't even complain about it.
If before the fight happened, I said, hey, HOD, Ngannou and Fury is going to fight tonight. Somebody's going to throw an elbow. Who do you think is going to be?
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And the man ate it. He didn't even realize he got elbowed to it after the fight. I mean, that's, so all credit to Ngannou. Beyond that, such a gentleman, such a great man.
Great guy, bro.
All due respect to him, and I'm happy for him, bro. I mean, and his family. You see how his family sent them out, bro? I don't know if you've seen. There's a video of how his family sent them out to.
Hold on 1 second, HOD. I got somebody on the panel. Let me just confirm. Yo. Okay, yes, sir. What's going on, Puro?
Same old shit, man. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, HOD.
No, just saying, such a great dude, man. I got nothing but respect. And you know what? One thing he made me eat is that, I was like, look, they offered him $8 million. That's what you Dana White offered him, $8 million to stay over there with the UFC. He said no, right? Blah blah blah. He was injured. He had to recover in the last year and a half. He made 10 million for this fight. So, hey, he made more than what I thought he could, but he had to do it in boxing, right? Because I don't think he was gonna make that amount over there at I don't know who did he sign with, PFL or something like that.
PFL.
PFL. So shout out to him that he betted on himself and he won at least round one of making the good career a good career choice for himself. So good for him.
Yeah. I really do like the guy. What's going on, Puto? You got anything to say about this whole thing, man?
Yeah, man. I was gonna say that Lennox Lewis would have got knocked out by Ngannou. His track record and all, underestimating.
Hey, yo! Shout out to Puto. Hey, you want to laugh real quick, yo? The night of the fight, hey, Puto, I gotta say, you know what I'm gonna say, right? So the night of the fight, I'm up here with I think it was damn. Shout out to the dude that was up here with me. I forget his name, bro. I don't know if he's watching right now. Nostalgic. We were on the panel, right? Talking about how embarrassing it was, right? And this was embarrassing for boxing. And damn, I can't, damn, Fury didn't, Ngannou did really good or whatever. Puto comes on the panel and is like, yeah. And we're talking about it. And Nostalgia's like, so what do you think about it? What do you think about Puto? He says, I didn't watch the fight. He came up here to comment, but he didn't even watch the fight. So I was like, what the fuck are you going to comment on? Yeah, I thought that shit hilarious.
I watched it at a sports bar, man, because I wasn't gonna pay for that shit. That was my mentality. Like, I ain't gonna pay for this shit.
I had a beautiful stream in high def and everything. I just,
But but no, man, it was a fucking awesome event. They made Vegas look like Candyland, bro. I mean, cool. The event was awesome.
Yeah, I did see that part. That was pretty cool.
The event was awesome. So, hey, man, it is what it is. We know that look, they're gonna hold on to this, the braggers' rights. I'm not too pissed. I'm not gonna take it with a grain of salt that they think anybody else is gonna just come in here and beat the best talent. I mean,
okay. Well, hey, listen, that's what we think. Let's get Puto's. Puto, what do you think about this matchup right here? These matchups right here.
Oh yeah, I mean they're all massacres. I mean, you put it beautifully, Shadow Ghost. I mean, all three of those guys, like Tank, you said, yeah, he's not the most disciplined of the three, but he's got that natural talent, underrated boxing ability. He'll wipe the floor with the guy with the pink cornrows, and then fucking Bud and Canelo. I mean, what's there to say, bro? I mean, just three.
That's probably the most hilarious thing about. I mean, listen, all three are just the fact that they think that these guys can really do that to them goes to show you, number one, how much of a joke they take the sport. Number two, how embarrassing it was with what happened on Saturday. That doesn't take away from Ngannou. It just goes to show you how embarrassing it was and what these guys actually think. And you got Trader Teddy Atlas supporting this stuff, bro. I mean, Teddy Atlas. I mean, I'm sorry, bro.
He's getting paid, man. He's getting paid. That's what it is. You know what I mean? He's got to chirp to the tune of whoever pays, cuts that check. You know what I mean?
You would think he of all people would know. Come on, man, you're not gonna come in here and do this to Crawford. You know he doesn't like Canelo. So
see, Crawford in this instance, yeah, I'm okay with Crawford going through weight classes up right now immediately and fight in a boxing ring against any MMA fighter's best, and he'll smoke him. Unlike what I think that he could do with Canelo. But I'm okay with him doing that in the MMA. Yeah, who's your 185 champ over there? Bring him on. Put him.
It's so I think at 185 is it Jamal Hill?
No, is that dude who just beat Adesanya, Strickland or
Strickland, yeah,
Strickland or something like that.
Hey, he's probably the best. He's probably the best boxer they have.
Yeah, he probably is.
He's probably the best boxer that the UFC has.
Yeah, because
you know what? I'm glad you said that. Let's throw Strickland in here.
We'll put Strickland and I got Crawford. And we can keep it at 185, man. I got Crawford smoking him.
It won't end well.
No, it won't. It won't.
He might be the only fighter out of all three that can go to distance because he's got pretty good defense with that with that Philly shell or whatever. But let's say he fought Canelo. Canelo punched. I think people forget that Canelo, what he did to
5 rounds tops.
Callum Smith's arm, what he did to his arm, and not only that, Canelo punched through the Philly shell of Plant. He punched through it. The first time I saw somebody just punch through the defense, like he literally for 9 rounds straight was punching through that shell until he finally caught him.
Man, we saw what Canelo did to Mel, man. A big motherfucker, bro. Mel is not no slouch, man. He's a big dude. But when he felt that power, it was done with.
Sergeant says Strickland KO's Crawford.
Yeah. Strickland will be knocked the fuck out. Give him 5 rounds. I'll give him 5 rounds. You know what I mean? You know, you know how Crawford start. You know, he don't start fast. He, you know, gets him maybe into the 5-6 rounds.
Crawford, it doesn't even matter if it's orthodox or southpaw, bro. And it, you know, the thing with Crawford, bro, I think people like when you hit Crawford, it turns a switch on in him. You know what I mean? Like, and this is all three of these guys are just, I'm sorry, man. Out of all the champions in boxing, y'all pick the most top 3 that will put you in the hospital. Like, you could have maybe try to put, you know, maybe a champion like a WBA, like a I don't know, what champions do we have that are probably like not as good that they could have probably said, let's see,
Rolly.
Yeah,
Rolly.
there you go.
Rolly, that's immediately.
That would be your best bet, you know. Say Rolly.
Yeah, Rolly's damn near an MMA fighter.
They
Anyway.
say Tank, Canelo, and Crawford. Like, come on. I don't know. I don't know if y'all serious or y'all joking. Like that's. I mean, come on, man. And listen, I don't have to be an MMA expert to know that a person from boxing is going to go over and just wipe the floor with John Jones. You know, I just don't think it's going to happen. But what happened is that Ngannou is very underrated. Ngannou is a very good fighter. Ngannou came in prepared. Ngannou wasn't taking anything lightly. He didn't come in to get a paycheck. And regardless of whatever Tyson Fury's, I'm not saying he has an excuse, but whatever the real reason is, whether he didn't prepare or whether he did try, whether he took it seriously or not, regardless of whatever it is, it looked bad. It took an
Ngannou because I highly doubt you put Bone Jones against Fury and the same thing would have happened because that's not his skill set, right? That's not who he is. He's not a strict, you know, striker. This is what
Ngannou as well,
and he's under right. So it took a special athletic big motherfucker who did a Superman punch to make Fury look the way he did. So it's really not MMA. It really belongs. It's all praise to Ngannou, all credit to him because it really had nothing to do with the MMA part. It's just this is more of his skill set. It is striking. He had the size, and Fury could not bully him at all. Like he bullied Wilder. I mean, he bullied Wilder with his size. He couldn't bully this man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay. Look, think about it, man. We got so many other champions that would make these guys look bad, bro. Like, go ahead. You want to take Tank out, and you want to put Teofimo Lopez in there? Go ahead. Same things in that. It's going to be same result. It's the same sandwich. Just one is on a hoagie and one is on wheat, whatever. It's the same thing, bro.
With some showmanship.
That's it. It'll make for a better press conference.
You still have J-Lo there and be all right.
Hey, man.
Hey, you know what though?
We could bring J-Lo.
Thinking about it, O'Malley versus Teal would be a great press conference.
There'll be a lot of shit talking.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. The most definitely.
And you know, I really like this guy, man. I really do. Look at him smoking a blunt and shit, just chilling. I
They,
mean,
they,
like,
they,
I don't know who
you
he
know what I
is, but
mean.
it's been a while.
They doing what in boxing we do best. It's clout chasing off of other names. You know what I mean? None of these guys are gonna be able to cross over while we're there at the UFC. You see, Ngannou was able to because he's not part of the UFC. You see, so that's the difference. But these guys are all tied up. All of them are tied up with the UFC, and they're not gonna, Dana White is not gonna allow, his superstars just come over and get embarrassed. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't that dumb. But Dana White's coming to boxing, man. I see that happening.
nah. You want to know why I don't think so? Because Dana got to pay. You got to pay boxers.
He's already
That's
got
how.
the
Facts.
he's
Why
already
every time Dana brings up boxing, what is the first thing he says?
that the
The, fir-
business of boxing sucks.
the business of boxing sucks. These guys make millions of dollars. Like he's literally the first thing he's basically trying to hint is, I'm not paying you millions of dollars to fight. You see, and there's a lawsuit with the UFC right now that's ongoing for him underpaying fighters and not taking care of fighters and this and that. And if they lose, it's going to change the whole structure of the UFC, which is why they keep delaying this trial or trying to they're trying to make it as long as they can to kind of like, because as a lawsuit goes on, more money is being spent, more they're trying to like just like outlast them so they could either come to a settlement or they could like be like, okay, we're done. That because it's been going on for years.
He's
But
already got one of the best matchmakers on his payroll in boxing. Laughlin, I think his name is.
yeah,
Yeah,
He's
it's a
but
good old
still,
boys club, and he tried it before. That's why the UFC got created, because he tried to go into boxing, but they said no. It's a good old boys club.
but he's little by little he's got that boxing promotional company under the UFC fight
no, Sergeant, they both talk shit,
Yeah.
bro. We're not talking like Keith Thurman. We're talking about the shit talking that would be in the conference. Both of them guys talk a lot of shit. I mean, Tio, come on. Tio talk a lot of shit. He talk crazy. His father talk crazy. And O'Malley, I don't know. I've seen O'Malley. He was actually more reserved than his last fight against when he fought what's his name?
Yeah, the last guy. He was very reserved because the guy was
the one that got I like him, Aljamain Sterling, the funk master. But other than that, every other fight before that, he's a talker. He's like, I'm gonna knock him clean the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that,
Well,
but,
O'Malley is, and the thing is, he's a counter puncher, bro. He's a counter puncher. He waits. He waited in that fight a long time. I think it was like, like not doing much until like the second round when he caught the dude and knocked him out. So he's a counter puncher. So he's not like a full blown
that's because
striker.
his last fight. This is what I think happened. His last fight, I think that I don't think he was like maybe as confident, because the fight before that he fought a guy named Peter Yan, who basically people think beat Aljamain, and he won off a knee to the head. And but he did very well against Peter Yan. And then he when he went to fight Aljamain Sterling, I feel like he was like, because I honestly think that he thought that from round one Aljamain was going to take him down to the ground, because people question whether O'Malley can fight in the ground or not. And so I think that he was just trying to be safe, like, in case he lost, people be like, oh, he was talking shit or whatever. But he knocked him out, and he did well. And I think him and Tio would be a great fight. But even if it's not Tio, even if it's Tank, the outcome is the same. The outcome of the fight, what's going to happen at the fight is the same.
Like I said, there's no to just cross over, and to do so, you have to be that special athletic fighter. And there's right as of right now, there is no, naturally super athletic prime fighter in the MMA in the MMA world that I know of. Maybe back in the day, George St. Pierre or something like that may have, could have probably crossed over because he's that disciplined of a fighter. But I don't see anybody else. I really don't. Nobody's got the athletic skill set. So I think it's a one-off for right now, and you know, we just got to eat our crow. It is what it is because
Hey, it's all
nobody
good,
had it.
Pluto. Hey, Pluto, thanks for swinging through like always, man. Don't worry about it. I'm about to get off anyway, man, because it was going to be a short live to begin with. I wasn't even going to drop the link, but I did because I just wanted to hear somebody's opinion, and I always appreciate you for coming through, HOD. Is there anything you want to say prior to us getting off?
No, Papa, man, I just, you know, I want to see you more often, man. You had me rolling in these last few videos, bro. You know, you
Oh
funny,
yeah.
bro. Comiéndote la comida, bro.
Hey,
Like,
well, I was
I don't
eating.
care, man. It don't matter
I don't
anyway.
care. I don't care, bro. I was eating, bro. I just hit record. I didn't even have a topic, bro. I just got a plate of food, hit record, and started eating, man. That's it. I mean, because it's like at this point, bro. Because at this point, it's like I look at some. Maybe I am being. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm unrighteously judging a lot of these channels. I'm not a hater, bro. I've never been a person like. Let's say you get a lot of money, you dress the best, you have all the cars, you bag all the best girls or whatever, the best females. I'm like, salute to you.
No, you're
Give
not
me,
hating. You're just reacting to the
give me,
perception.
yeah, give me some advice so I know how to do that, you know. And I look at some of these channels and I'm like confused. I'm confused because I'm like, I thought you had to have like a format and like a certain thing in the beginning, and end, intro, climax, or whatever. No, a lot of these guys just hit record
Do
and
it.
start
Do it
talking
for.
shit.
Do it. Yeah, I think you said it best earlier. Do it for you. Just forget about all that. You know what I mean? Do it
Yeah,
because you want to, because you feel like it, and when you know it comes out naturally like that, you'll have
yeah,
more fun with it. You don't burn out, and you're good
right,
with it.
right.
You know what I mean? You're good with it.
Yeah,
As
because when
far
you
as,
do it the other way, you're so concentrating on
oh,
what
you're concentrating in perfection and the
right, right.
views and all that shit
And
and
you know what
people's
I've been thinking?
opinion.
Hey, you know what I've been thinking too? I think it's probably best for now on, right? That I do lives like this, spontaneous live, and then check it out. When I'm done with the live, I go back and I cut it up, and then I make like an edited video and then upload that as in video
Yeah,
on the
man.
live. You see what I'm saying? And
Do
this way, I'm killing two birds with one stone. I don't have to worry about what am I going to say in this live and what am I going to do with this video. I can just do the live, make it be organic or whatever, right? And then go through the live, cut it up, put it together, put a little bit of, a little sprinkle of salt and pepper on it, and then just upload it.
Hey, Ghost.
Now,
Look,
if that
I've
don't
known you
work,
now for
that don't
3
work,
years,
yeah,
and let me tell you, you're at your best when you're organic.
yeah.
When
Hey,
it's
hey,
you.
hey, think about it. If all else fails, I could always hit record and just start threatening people. You know what I mean? Eat a dick, come over here, whatever. Yo,
Yeah.
I'll probably wake up with like 30 subscribers, you know what I mean? And they'll be saying facts, and I'm not even talking boxing. I haven't said not one damn thing about boxing in the past 10 minutes, but yet these guys are in the chat saying facts. It's just you gravitate to a certain crowd or whatever. But it is what it is, man. But look, I appreciate you all for coming out. This was a spontaneous live. I just had to address this to the MMA community. The more shots fired that they take at the sport, I will be firing back because there's always boxing over here all day, every day. This Shadow Ghost. Till next time, I appreciate y'all. I'm out.
Peace.